unveil the applicants for the UDP Flagbearership 2026 presidential election. The first part will be unveiling the applicants, which will be done by the chairperson of the selection committee, who happens to be the national president of the United Democratic Party. And the next part will be the next step after the unveiling. The activities that we'll be doing next will be the second and then the last part. On that note, I hand over the mic to the national president, Ayaya Mundaje Yabo, who happens to be the chairperson of the selection committee, to read out the names of the applicant or applicants.
Good morning, everyone. Here are the names of the presidential Flagbearer applications. We have ANM Usainu Dabo, applied on the 26/8/2025 at 1:15. Its address is 57 Kerava Avenue, Fajara. Profile: Secretary General and Party Leader, former Vice President, veteran politician and lawyer.
Okay.
2. Lamin Jawara, applied on the 1st September 2025 at 10 a.m. Address: Kawur Janekunda, Lower Salum, Central River. Profile: committed member and businessman. 3. Lamin NCC, applied on the 1st September 2025 at 14:21. Address: Pakaliba, Jara East, Lower River Division. A committed member, founder and managing director, Sofa Nyama Construction and General Merchandise Limited. 4. Bori S. Dabo. Bori S. Ture, applied on the 1st September 2025 at 15:00, 3 o'clock. Residence in Jambur, Combo South, West Coast Region. UDP Deputy Admin Secretary, Legal and Human Rights. 5. Talib Ahmed Bensouda, applied on the 1st September 2025 at 15:50. Staying at Bakote, Kanifi Municipal Council. Organizing Secretary, Mayor of KMC. 6. Amadou Sane, applied on the 2nd September 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Fajara F Section Extension KM, National Treasurer and former Finance Minister. 7. Karamo Fati, applied on the 2nd September 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Pachar Sana, Lower Fuladu West CRR. National Assembly sponsored candidate 2022 Lower Fuladu West. 8. Suleiman Saho, on the 2nd September 2025 at 12:30. Salikanye Central Badibu NBR. NAM Central Badibu, Chief Whip, and PAP members. Number 10.
9. Number 9.
Oh, okay, sorry. Number 9, Dr. Lamin J. Dabo. On the 2nd September 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Gunjur, Combo South, West Coast Region. Committed member. You know, practicing barrister. Number 10, Lamin Job, 2nd September 2025, 1:18. Staying in Lamin, Daranka, West Coast. A dedicated member, proprietor, AK Construction. Number 11, Dr. Ahmed Danjo. Applied on the 2nd September 2025 at 1:55. Pase Santosu, Fuladu is URR. Royal member, medical doctor and founder, Basse Community-Based Clinic. These are the people who applied for the presidential Flagbearer.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Once more, as read by the National President, with the chairperson of the Selection Committee, the first applicant A.N. Hussein Dabo, 26 August 2025, 1:15, 57 Fajara Avenue, 57 Kairaba Avenue, Fajara, the Secretary General Party leader, former Vice President and veteran politician, as well as a lawyer. The second applicant happened to be Lamin Jawara from Kaurijane Kunda, Lower Salem. He applied on the 1st September at 10 a.m. He's a committed member of UDP and a businessman. Lamin NSCC is the third applicant, applied on the 1st September at 2:21 p.m. A native of Jarapa Kaliba, Lower River Region, a committed member, founder, and managing director of Sofanyama Construction and General Merchandise Limited. The fourth one is Boreas Ture, applied 1st September 2025 at 3 p.m. from Jambur, Congo South, West Coast Region, a UDP Deputy Admin Secretary, Legal and Human Rights, as well as a practicing lawyer. And the fifth applicant, Talib Ahmed Bensouda, applied on the 1st September 2025 at 3:50, live in Bakote, Kanifi Municipality, National Organizing Secretary and Mayor of KM. The sixth, Amadou Sane, 2nd September 2025 at 10 a.m., live in Fajara F Section Extension, Kanifi Municipality, is the National Treasurer of UDP and former Finance Minister. Seventh one, Karamo Fati, applied on the 2nd September at 10 a.m., live in Pachari Sana, Lower Plateau, West CRR. Karamo was a sponsored candidate of the United Democratic Party in the 2022 National Assembly election in the Lower Plateau West constituency. Suleiman Sao, the 8th applicant, applied on the 2nd September 2025 at 12:30 p.m., living in Salikene Village, Central Badibu, NBR, National Assembly member, Central Badibu, as well as the Chief Whip of the United Democratic Party and a member of Pan-African Parliament. Number 9, lawyer Dr. Lamin J. Dabo, applied on the 2nd September 2025 at 10:30 a.m. living in Gunjur, Congo South West Coast Region, a committed member and a practicing barrister. Number 10, Lamin Job, applied on the 2nd September 2025 at 1:18 p.m. Lamin Job live in Lamin Daranga West Coast region, a dedicated member and proprietor AK Construction. And finally, number 11, Dr. Mohammed Danjo, 2nd September 2025, applied at 1:55 p.m. Native of Basse Santosu, Fuladu is District URR. Is a loyal member, medical and founder, Basse community-based clinic, medical doctor and founder, Basse community-based clinic. These are the 11 applicants for the presidential flag bearer of the United Democratic Party. Next, as informed in the press, the next step after the unveiling of the flag bearer will be continuation of the various processes in the selection process, and then from the unveiling will commence the vetting process, and the vetting process will comprise of the interview of the various applicants. All the applicants will undergo a thorough interview, and where they will be graded based on the grades, and that will form part of the report. And the report by the panel that will be in charge of the vetting would form the recommendation as to the applicants who will be shortlisted for the final selection. Now, as part of the vetting process, after the interview also, the panel will also go around the province to do what we call the verification, the grassroots consultation, where the team will be meeting all the party officials in the upcountry to sound their view on the respective applicants. In the interview, we'll be taking the positions on the issues affecting the flag bearership. That is very pertinent to the party, and to include the eligibility, leadership, and then governance experience, commitment to UDP, public appeal and electability, integrity, and moral standing, as well as the grassroots consultation. Also, the members will be questioned on this aspect of the various applicants, their integrity and character, commitment to UDP, leadership and mobilization, public appeal and electability, and unity potential. These are the areas the members will be sounding their views and opinion on the various applicants. Then that report also will be compiled, and then the two reports, the interview report as well as the report of the grassroots consultation, would form the final report, and the final report is what is going to be submitted to the Central Committee, and then the Central Committee will do the shortlisting. We now have about 11 applicants. Not all of them will be qualified for the final selection. The three best in the various process of the vetting would be recommended for, by the Central Committee for selection by the Selection Committee. And before the final selection, the panel of consensus building, the team of our Council of Elders will also be given an opportunity to engage the three successful applicants who are shortlisted for the final selection to undergo a process of dialogue. And the aim of the dialogue is to try our level best to reach to consensus on one possible candidate. If that succeeds, the person who is the consensus candidate will be the one recommended by the Selection Committee and then therefore the selection committee will do the endorsement of that consensus candidate. If, on the other hand, there is no consensus on one candidate, the selection committee will do the final selection, and the final selection will be the principle of secret ballot. The members of the selection committee are the national executive members, which are 65, and 2 members from the 8 administrative regions, and they are going to be 1 male and 1 female. Total will be 16 plus 65 of the national executive. Altogether, members of the selection committee would be 81. These are the members who will finally do the selection. But before the selection committee, I told you the central committee will do the shortlisting of the applicants submitted by the vetting panel. And the central committee of the UDP is an established committee in the UDP structure. Mainly, we have the national executive in the central committee. We have our National Assembly members and sponsored candidates in the selection committee. We have our sponsored candidates in the chairmanship or mayoral election, and also we have nominated members, youth wing, women's wing, and the ones from the secretariat. All these together form what we call the members of the central committee. It is the second highest structure or body in our party after the National Congress. As I said earlier on, we are going to do the next part of the process, the vetting process, tomorrow, and that will be the interview. That will be the interview. After unveiling the applicants, the applicants are scheduled to appear before the panel tomorrow at the following times. Talib Ahmed Bensouda, 10:30 a.m. Talib Ahmed Bensouda, 10:30 a.m. Lamin Enes Sise, 11 a.m. Lamin Enes Sise, 11 a.m. Dr. Mohammed Danjo, 11:30 a.m. Dr. Mohammed Danjo, 11:30 a.m. Dr. Lamin J. Dabo, 12 noon. Dr. Lamin J. Dabo, 12 noon. ANM Usainu Dabo, 12:30 p.m. ANM Usainu Dabo, 12:30 p.m. Karamo Fati, 1 p.m. Karamo Fati, 1 p.m. Lamin Jawara, 1:30 p.m. Lamin Jawara, 1:30 p.m. There will break at 2 for prayers, and then after the break, Lamin Job, 2:30 p.m. Lamin Job, 2:30 p.m. Suleiman Sao, 3 p.m. Suleiman Sao, 3 p.m. Amadou Sani, 3:30 p.m. Amadou Sani, 3:30 p.m. And finally, Gori S. Toure, 4 p.m. Gori S. Toure, 4 p.m. These are the schedule for the interview for the respective applicants, the 11 in all, for them to appear before the panel for the interview. On that note, I hand over the mic to the national president to give her closing remark.
Assalamu alaikum. Maa leen di nuyu di leen sant surtout waa presse bi nga xam ne yéen fi ñëw sa suba benn tey toog di xaar pour déglu li nga xam ne mooy yooni UDP ci wàlli démocratie ak wàlli yóbbu réew mi ca kanam den toll fi nga xam ne day war a taale suñ njiit ngeen ñëw fekkee si ko def nañ ko si jaama ba war a koo jeexal ñu sant leen bu baax te gërëm leen te di leen wax itam ne tànn nañ ku nekk sa enveloppe ngi nii sa leetar bu nga xam ne indi nga ko joxe nga ko jël nañ ko te dinañ la won waxtu bi nga xam ne si nga war a door muy ëllëg su neexee yàlla dafa mel ni Alaaji Daaba wax na ko waaye foog ñu wax ko si yeneen làkka yi ëllëg bu soobee yàlla dinañ ko doon ku nekk jox nañ la sa waxtu ñëpp benn bés bi la nag amul kii ëllëg kii ngoon ñëpp benn bés bi la waaye waxtu la ñoo dawal ma di leen sant bu baax gërëm ñëpp te gërëm ñoo xam ne bina nañ wane seen bugga si jiite parti bi kontaan nañ si ñoom bu baax kontaan nañ si di leen gërëm di leen sant ñi si kaw ñi si suuf ñëpp leen gërëm sant jërëjëf mool be control na kalten tu kadjey bi nata pukale tarol yele mi yalon ko momo ila fita Flagbearer kañum pati yo ñaton ko ya safe wala bi jam mo tang anin killing wala ya safe ñe be to karanjang ngafo ya kina waxtu min na fana ye wo fole anin time o be abele be safari abele be nale radio la moy alba moy la ji pol bebe koyri ha sanin ko ala baraka sani samalem interview wo fana nga safele alphabetical order inata nyami ila tol nata nyami ibe kumandi la wo nyama adu ye time o ledi abe mulun kilin letina amanke lun fula wala lun saba lun kilin le bari time o le bije mi yalon ko ibele be kumandi la ye na ala baraka bake